1 in 2 seniors has high blood pressure, and most feel perfectly fine. No pain, no warning signs, but inside damage is building. Today, we'll show you how to spot it early, and how to fix it naturally starting right now. They told you high blood pressure was just a part of aging. They were wrong. Over 50? You could be one of the 64 million Americans with high blood pressure right now, and not even know it. It's called the silent killer for a reason. No pain, no obvious symptoms, but it's quietly damaging your brain, your heart, your kidneys out, and even your eyesight. But here's the good news: you can take control, and you can do it without side effects or expensive prescriptions. In this video, we'll reveal the 7 natural steps that seniors over 50 are using to lower their blood pressure, boost their energy, and even get off medication, all backed by science. So grab a notepad, a glass of water, and let's dive into everything your doctor should have told you, but didn't. High blood pressure, or hypertension, means that the force your blood exerts as it flows through your arteries is too high, and consistently so. A healthy, normal blood pressure reading is around 120/80ths. But if your readings are consistently over 130/80ths, you're already entering the danger zone, and most people don't even know it. Now imagine this. Your arteries are like a flexible garden hose. When the water flows normally, everything works perfectly. But crank up that water pressure too high for too long, and what happens? The hose starts to stiffen, bulge, and crack. That's what high blood pressure does to your arteries, slowly, silently, and with serious consequences. The inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium, begins to wear down. Over time, plaque starts to build up. Blood flow becomes restricted. This paves the way for devastating events like heart attacks, when arteries supplying the heart get blocked; strokes caused by blood clots or ruptures in weakened vessels in the brain; kidney failure because kidneys can't filter blood properly under pressure; vision loss as the tiny vessels behind your eyes become damaged, and it doesn't stop there. High blood pressure also affects your brain function, making it harder to concentrate or remember things. It weakens your immune system, disrupts your digestion, and contributes to chronic fatigue. You may feel tired, foggy, or irritable, and chalk it up to aging, when really, your blood pressure may be to blame. The most dangerous part? There are often no symptoms. That's why doctors call it the silent killer. It sneaks up on you. You might feel perfectly fine, until the day you don't. Many people first discover they have high blood pressure after a heart attack or stroke. But here's the good news. This condition is manageable, even reversible, especially if caught early. The goal of this video is simple: to give you the tools to fight back naturally, without jumping straight into heavy prescriptions. You're going to learn the 7 most effective lifestyle strategies that seniors over 50 are using to reclaim their heart health, protect their brain, and live with more energy and confidence. So let's start with step 1, because the sooner you act, the stronger your recovery can be. Most seniors don't realize they're hypertensive until it becomes dangerous, and sometimes irreversible. That's because high blood pressure rarely causes pain in its early stages. It's not like a broken bone or a fever. It's more like a slow leak in your plumbing system. Hidden, quiet, but potentially catastrophic. But there are warning signs, especially as pressure continues to build over time. These may be subtle, but your body is trying to talk to you. You just have to know what to listen for. Here are some of the most common early symptoms of hypertension, especially in people over 50. Morning headaches. If you wake up with a dull, throbbing headache, particularly at the back of your head, it could be due to elevated blood pressure overnight. Many people assume it's dehydration or bad sleep, but in reality it may be your heart working overtime while you rest. Frequent nosebleeds. Occasional nosebleeds are common but frequent. Unexplained ones, especially in dry environments or when you're not congested, could indicate rising internal pressure in the blood vessels of your nose. Dizziness or fatigue. Do you feel lightheaded when you stand up, or tired even after a full night's rest? These aren't always signs of aging. When your blood vessels are under pressure, they can't deliver oxygen to your brain and muscles efficiently, making you feel drained and off balance. Blurred or double vision. High blood pressure puts stress on the small blood vessels in your eyes. If you're seeing spots, experiencing blurry vision, or noticing changes in how clearly you read or drive, this could be a red flag. Chest tightness or palpitations. A sense of pressure or fluttering in the chest, especially after stress or light exertion, is never normal. It may signal that your heart is working harder than it should due to resistance in your arteries. Ringing in the ears, tinnitus. A constant buzzing or whooshing sound, especially when lying down, may be linked to blood pressure fluctuations. Seniors often dismiss this as hearing loss, but it can be your body sounding an internal alarm, restless sleep, or waking at night. Waking frequently to use the bathroom, tossing and turning, or waking with a racing heart may point to nighttime blood pressure spikes or undiagnosed sleep apnea, both of which are closely tied to hypertension. Now here's the key. None of these symptoms on their own scream emergency, but if you're over 50 and experiencing 2 or more of them regularly, you should treat that as a serious warning sign. It's your body whispering before it starts to scream. So what should you do? Get a reliable home blood pressure monitor, preferably one with an upper arm cuff. Measure your pressure at least twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and occasionally after meals or stressful events. Keep a simple log with your readings along with notes on what you ate that day, how you slept, your stress level, any unusual symptoms. Over time, this log becomes your personal blood pressure blueprint. You'll start to see patterns. Maybe salty foods push your numbers up. Maybe better sleep brings them down. The more data you gather, the more control you take back. Most importantly, don't wait for your doctor to tell you something's wrong. Be your own advocate. The earlier you notice a pattern, the easier it is to turn things around, naturally, safely, and without medication dependency. Next, let's uncover what really causes high blood pressure after 50, and why most seniors can reverse it once they understand the root. High blood pressure doesn't appear overnight, and it's not just an inevitable part of aging. Yes, age plays a role, but it's not the only factor. In fact, many seniors over 50 live with healthy blood pressure well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. The key is understanding what causes it and what you can control. Let's break it down into 2 categories: natural changes with age and lifestyle factors that make things worse. Part 1, the natural aging process. As we age, our arteries naturally stiffen. This process is called arteriosclerosis, and it happens because the elastic fibers in your blood vessels begin to break down. Less elasticity means your arteries can't expand and contract as easily. So when your heart pumps, the pressure inside your vessels rises. At the same time, your body experiences hormonal shifts, especially after menopause or andropause. A slower metabolism, which affects how your body handles salt, sugar, and fat. Reduced kidney function, which impacts how you regulate fluid and blood volume. These changes alone can raise blood pressure slightly, but they don't usually cause dangerous levels unless they're combined with poor lifestyle habits. Part 2, hidden lifestyle triggers after 50. Here's where things really go wrong. These are the everyday factors that often push blood pressure into the red zone. 1, too much sodium, salt. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at excreting sodium. That means salt starts to accumulate in the bloodstream, drawing in more water and increasing blood volume, which raises pressure. The worst offenders? Canned soups, deli meats, frozen dinners, restaurant meals, bread and condiments. Even healthy foods can be sodium traps. 2, not enough potassium. Potassium helps balance out the effects of sodium. It relaxes blood vessel walls and supports healthy kidney function. But most seniors fall short, especially if they're not eating enough fruits, vegetables, beans, and leafy greens. 3, chronic stress. Stress raises cortisol and adrenaline levels, hormones that constrict blood vessels and increase heart rate. Occasional stress is fine. Chronic stress, caregiving, financial worries, loneliness, keeps your body in fight or flight mode, which keeps blood pressure elevated. 4, poor sleep or sleep apnea. Not sleeping enough or not sleeping deeply interferes with how your body regulates hormones and blood pressure. Seniors with undiagnosed sleep apnea often experience dangerous BP spikes overnight and never know it. 5, physical inactivity. After 50, many people move less due to joint pain, low energy, or lack of motivation. But inactivity weakens the heart, increases stiffness in arteries, and contributes to weight gain, all major contributors to hypertension. 6, excess weight around the belly. Visceral fat, the kind around your midsection, is especially dangerous. It pumps out inflammatory chemicals and increases insulin resistance, both of which raise blood pressure. Even 5-10 pounds of extra belly fat can make a noticeable difference. 7, overuse of painkillers or certain medications. Some over-the-counter meds like NSAIDs, ibuprofen, naproxen, raise blood pressure, especially when taken regularly. Decongestants, certain antidepressants, steroids, and even some herbal supplements can also be culprits. 8, too much alcohol or caffeine. 1 glass of wine might be relaxing, but regular alcohol use increases blood pressure, especially in older adults. Likewise, more than 2-3 cups of coffee daily can raise your resting pressure and keep you wired at night. Important reminder, everyone is different. For some, salt is the main problem. For others, it's sleep or stress. That's why tracking your habits and your readings is so crucial. It helps you spot your personal triggers and take action before a crisis. The silver lining? All of these causes are modifiable. You can't turn back the clock, but you can dramatically reduce your risk with consistent small changes, starting with what's on your plate. So let's move to the first and most powerful strategy, how to eat for better blood pressure. Let's start with the single most powerful tool you already use 3 times a day, your plate. Your food choices can either fuel inflammation, constrict your arteries, and raise your blood pressure, or they can calm your cardiovascular system, nourish your blood vessels, and help you regain control. It's not about going on a diet, it's about learning which foods hurt and which ones heal. What to eat more of? The artery-friendly foods. Let's begin with the good news. Delicious foods that can help lower blood pressure naturally. 1. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard. These are rich in nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that helps blood vessels relax and widen. That means better circulation and lower pressure. Just 1 serving a day has been shown to reduce systolic BP in studies. Tip: blend spinach into smoothies, sauté kale with garlic, or toss arugula into your salad. 2. Beets and beet juice. Beets are nitrate powerhouses. In one study, seniors who drank beet juice saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 5 points in just a few hours. They also help improve stamina during light exercise. Tip: roast them, pickle them, or drink beetroot juice, unsweetened. Start small and increase gradually. 3. Garlic. Garlic isn't just for flavor, it contains allicin, a compound that naturally dilates blood vessels and reduces pressure. Regular garlic intake can lower both systolic and diastolic readings. Tip: add crushed garlic to soups, salad dressings, or roasted veggies. Use raw garlic for stronger effects. 4. Oats and flax seeds. Whole oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of fiber that lowers LDL cholesterol and improves artery function. Flax seeds add omega-3s, which reduce inflammation in blood vessels. Tip: have oatmeal for breakfast and sprinkle ground flax on yogurt, smoothies, or soups. 5. Avocados, bananas, and sweet potatoes. These are rich in potassium, a mineral that helps balance sodium and ease tension in your vessel walls. Tip: slice avocado on toast, snack on a banana, or bake sweet potato wedges instead of fries. What to cut back on? The blood pressure bombs. Here are the foods silently working against you. 1. Processed meats and deli cuts. These are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and nitrates, a triple threat for seniors. Even low-sodium turkey slices can spike your pressure. 2. Canned soups and frozen dinners. They seem convenient, but they're often packed with over 1,000 milligrams of sodium per serving, half your daily limit or more. 3. White bread, pasta, and pastries. Refined carbs spike your blood sugar and lead to insulin resistance, which has a strong link to elevated blood pressure. 4. Sugary beverages. Sodas, sweet teas, and even fruit juices flood your system with sugar, leading to weight gain and inflammation. Both increase blood pressure over time. 5. Excess salt at the table. Salt isn't the enemy alone. It's the sneaky sodium in processed foods. But if you're still salting meals out of habit, try switching to herbs, lemon, or salt-free seasoning blends. Flavor without the damage. Many seniors worry healthy food will be bland. Not true. Use herbs like basil, oregano, rosemary, and thyme to flavor your meals. Try turmeric, which fights inflammation and improves circulation. A little apple cider vinegar in salads may even help regulate blood sugar. Olive oil is your go-to fat. It's loaded with polyphenols that reduce inflammation and support blood vessel health. Ditch margarine and canola oil. Drink smart too. What you drink is just as important. Start incorporating hibiscus tea. Proven in studies to lower systolic BP by up to 7 points. Green tea supports artery function and metabolism. Lemon water hydrates and adds a potassium-rich twist. And don't forget, caffeine, alcohol, and sugary drinks can all sabotage your progress. We'll cover hydration in more detail soon, but know that your beverage choices are part of your blood pressure plan. Quick mindset shift. It's not a diet, it's a lifeline. This isn't about being perfect, it's about progress. Start with one change this week. Swap white bread for whole grain. Cook dinner from scratch twice. Try a beet smoothie or garlic soup. Each small step helps soften your arteries, calm your heart, and lower your risk, without medication. Next, let's talk about movement and why gentle daily activity might be more powerful than you think. You've probably heard the phrase, exercise is medicine. When it comes to high blood pressure, that couldn't be more true. And it doesn't require a gym membership, special equipment, or painful workouts. In fact, for seniors over 50, the most powerful kind of movement is gentle, consistent, and daily. The goal isn't to exhaust yourself. It's to activate your circulation, strengthen your heart, and help your blood vessels regain their flexibility. How movement helps lower blood pressure. When you move your body, even in simple ways, 3 important things happen. 1. Your heart becomes more efficient, pumping blood with less effort. 2. Your blood vessels release nitric oxide, which relaxes them and lowers resistance. 3. Your stress hormones decrease, reducing cortisol and adrenaline, both of which raise blood pressure, and the effects aren't temporary. Studies show that just 30 minutes of moderate activity 5 days a week can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points, sometimes more than medication. The best exercises for seniors with high blood pressure. You don't have to run marathons. Here are safe, low-impact activities that are incredibly effective for people over 50. 1. Brisk walking. Walking just 20-30 minutes a day, especially after meals, helps lower both systolic and diastolic pressure. It also aids digestion and improves blood sugar, both of which indirectly support BP control. 2. Chair yoga or gentle stretching improves flexibility, reduces stiffness, and calms your nervous system. A daily 10-minute routine before bed can significantly reduce overnight blood pressure spikes. 3. Tai Chi. This ancient Chinese practice combines slow, flowing movements with deep breathing and meditation. It improves balance, lowers stress, and enhances cardiovascular health. 4. Swimming or water aerobics, easy on the joints, especially for those with arthritis. Strengthens muscles and heart without putting pressure on your bones. 5. Resistance bands or light weights. Building lean muscle helps your body use insulin more efficiently. A big win for blood pressure and weight management. Start with just 2 sessions per week, focusing on major muscle groups. How much movement do you really need? The goal is 150 minutes per week, which breaks down to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. But if that feels like too much, start smaller. 10 minutes at a time, 3 times a day is just as effective. Use commercial breaks to stretch or march in place. Park farther from the store. Take the stairs slowly. Stand while talking on the phone. Every bit of movement counts and adds up. The brain-heart connection. Exercise doesn't just help your heart, it sharpens your brain. Physical activity boosts blood flow to your hippocampus, your memory center, and stimulates growth factors that support brain cell repair. Seniors who move daily are less likely to experience memory decline, more resilient to stress and anxiety, more likely to sleep well. So if you've been feeling foggy or forgetful, walking may be the best prescription you never got. What to avoid? Let's be clear, rest doesn't mean sitting for hours every day. Excessive sitting is now being called the new smoking. Long periods of inactivity tighten your blood vessels, slow your metabolism, and spike blood sugar. Try to stand up at least once every 30-45 minutes. Stretch your shoulders, neck, and back throughout the day. Incorporate movement breaks between tasks. If you're worried about joint pain, consult your doctor or a physical therapist. There are dozens of senior-friendly movement plans that can be customized to your body and needs. Start today. A simple movement plan. Here's a simple routine to start with. Morning, 10-minute walk after breakfast. Afternoon, gentle stretches or chair yoga. Evening, another 10-minute walk after dinner. That's 30 minutes. No gym, no special gear, just consistency. Your heart, brain, joints, and mood will all feel the difference. Next, let's talk about one of the most underestimated pressure triggers in your life, stress, and how to lower it without pills or therapy. Stress is one of the most overlooked causes of high blood pressure, especially in seniors. You might eat well, take your medications, and get light exercise. But if your stress levels stay high, your pressure often stays high too. And here's the kicker. Many older adults are under more stress than they realize. How stress raises blood pressure. When you're stressed, your body enters fight or flight mode. It releases cortisol and adrenaline, 2 hormones designed to help you survive danger. These hormones make your heart beat faster, constrict your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure. That's great if you're running from a tiger, but if you're dealing with constant low-level stress, like financial concerns, caregiving, grief, health worries, or even watching too much bad news, your body never fully relaxes. And when this happens daily for weeks or months, it becomes chronic hypertension. Stress triggers unique to seniors. Let's talk honestly. Being over 50 brings real-life changes. These can quietly weigh on you. Retirement identity shifts, loneliness or social isolation, caring for a spouse or partner, losing close friends or family, adapting to a new health diagnosis, feeling overlooked or forgotten. These aren't just emotional challenges, they create real physical tension that drives your pressure up. And sometimes your body is more aware of your stress than your mind is. Natural daily ways to reduce stress. Here's the good news. You don't need therapy or expensive apps. Just daily calming habits that tell your nervous system, you're safe. You can relax now. 1. Deep breathing. Practice the 4-4-6 method. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 6 seconds. Do this for 2-3 minutes in the morning and evening. It activates the vagus nerve, which lowers heart rate and blood pressure. 2. Gratitude journaling. Before bed, write down 3 things you're thankful for that day. They don't have to be big: a good phone call, a sunny morning, a warm meal. Gratitude shifts your focus from worry to calm, and studies show it helps reduce cortisol levels. 3. Nature time. Just 15 minutes of fresh air and sunshine lowers blood pressure, boosts serotonin, your happiness chemical, eases anxiety. Try gardening, sitting on a porch, or walking in a park. Anything that puts you in touch with trees, sky, and calm. 4. Laughter. Watch something funny. Call a grandchild. Reminisce with old friends. Laughter literally dilates blood vessels and lowers stress hormones. 5. Spiritual practices. Whether it's prayer, meditation, or attending a faith group, connecting with something larger than yourself brings comfort and helps your body let go of tension. 6. Limit news and negativity. Set a time limit on watching or reading the news. Avoid argumentative social media. Don't fill your evening with stories that trigger fear or anger. Instead, replace that time with soothing music, hobbies, or even light stretching. Build a simple evening ritual. Here's a bedtime routine proven to lower pressure. 1. Turn off screens 1 hour before bed. 2. Brew a calming tea like chamomile or lemon balm. 3. Write down 3 good things from your day. 4. Do 5 minutes of deep breathing. 5. Read or listen to something peaceful in bed. This tells your nervous system, the day is done. You're safe, you can rest. A warning about bottled up stress. Holding everything in can backfire. If you feel overwhelmed, talk to someone, a friend, a pastor, a support group, or even a counselor. You are not a burden. You are not alone. And your health depends on your ability to release emotional pressure, not just physical pressure. Start small. 1 calming habit a day. Pick just 1 calming activity and try it for 7 days. You might be surprised at how much lighter and healthier you feel. Up next, let's look at a habit most people overlook when it comes to blood pressure: hydration, and how drinking smarter can change everything. Hydration isn't just about avoiding thirst. It directly affects your blood pressure. When you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. That means your heart has to pump harder, increasing pressure. Start your day with a large glass of filtered water before coffee or food. Aim for 6-8 cups per day and more if you're active or live in a hot climate. But not all beverages are created equal. Add lemon, cucumber, or mint to your water for flavor and added health benefits. Coconut water is rich in potassium and helps balance sodium. Herbal teas like hibiscus, green tea, or chamomile support cardiovascular function. Avoid these pressure-raising drinks: regular soda and diet soda, sugary juices, energy drinks, too much caffeine, more than 2-3 cups of coffee a day. Also limit alcohol. 1 drink occasionally may be okay, but regular alcohol consumption raises blood pressure and interferes with medications. A helpful trick? Set reminders to sip water every hour or use a marked water bottle to track your intake. Your kidneys, heart, and blood vessels will thank you. Poor sleep does more than leave you tired. It raises cortisol, disrupts blood sugar, and increases blood pressure overnight. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are significantly more likely to develop hypertension. And seniors with untreated sleep apnea often experience morning spikes in blood pressure. Here's how to improve sleep naturally. Stick to a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. Wind down with a warm bath, reading, or soft music. Avoid screens at least 1 hour before bed. Sleep in a cool, dark, quiet room. Try magnesium or melatonin with your doctor's guidance. Avoid stimulants after 2 p.m., coffee, chocolate, black or green tea, unless decaf. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping, or feel groggy despite a full night's sleep, talk to your doctor about sleep apnea testing. Treating it can reduce blood pressure by as much as 10-15 points. Remember, healing happens while you sleep, and your blood vessels repair themselves during rest. Supplements can be powerful tools, but only when used strategically and with guidance. Here are the top natural supplements shown to support healthy blood pressure. Magnesium glycinate helps relax blood vessels and improve insulin sensitivity. CoQ10, an antioxidant that strengthens heart muscle and lowers BP. Omega-3s from fish oil reduce inflammation and improve artery flexibility. Hibiscus extract shown in studies to lower systolic pressure by 10 points. Potassium, through food or a supplement, balances sodium levels. Talk to your healthcare provider before starting new supplements, especially if you're on blood pressure meds. Also check for nutrient depletions caused by medications. For example, diuretics can lower magnesium and potassium. ACE inhibitors may lower zinc. Statins deplete CoQ10. Correcting these with targeted supplements can support your body's natural balance and improve your numbers. Avoid miracle supplements that promise instant results. Focus on consistency, quality, and personalization. What gets measured gets managed. Tracking your blood pressure regularly gives you data to spot trends and make changes. Use a reliable home BP monitor, arm cuff, not wrist. Take readings at the same time each day, morning and night. Sit calmly for 5 minutes before testing. Record your readings in a journal or app. Also track what you ate that day, activity and stress levels, supplements taken, sleep quality. Use these patterns to see what's working and what's not. Celebrate small wins like 5-point drops or going a full day without a headache. Revisit your habits every month and adjust. Increase movement. Tweak your meals. Add a stress-reducing habit. Ask your doctor about changing medication doses. Your health is a moving target, and with the right approach, your numbers can improve year after year. High blood pressure isn't just a number. It's a warning sign, but it's also an opportunity. Every glass of water, every walk around the block, every night of restful sleep, it all adds up. You're not just preventing disease, you're restoring energy, clarity, and peace of mind. So pick one step from today's video and start right now. Then come back tomorrow and build on it. You have more power than you think, and your best years can still be ahead. Comment below, how old are you, and what's one habit you'll start this week to support your heart? We reply to every comment with encouragement and custom tips, like subscribe, share this with someone you love. You could change or even save a life.